Hey everyone, it's Kari from Red Curtain Addict, and tonight we're at the War Memorial Opera House for San Francisco Opera Guild's 11th annual and Evening on Stage event, where guests are invited to dine on the stage of this historic opera house while enjoying special performances and celebrating selected leaders and contributors of the arts. This year they will be honoring Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi and her husband, Paul Pelosi, for their enduring support of music education and the arts in our community and across the United States.
This recognition is something that is emotional for me because it does mean a great deal for what the arts are.
Now, if you're not familiar with the San Francisco Opera Guild, they have been empowering young people through music education for over 8 decades. They have helped thousands of Bay Area students each year build creativity, leadership, and empathy through their award-winning programs, all while fostering a love for the arts. Throughout the night, we're going to hear from some of this evening's special guests, give you a glimpse of what it's like to dine on this iconic stage, showcase highlights from the special performances, and share memorable moments as we hear directly from Nancy and Paul Pelosi.
The arts really bring us together. We laugh together, we cry together, we're inspired together, we find common ground, and that is what gives us hope.
Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this exclusive look at this extraordinary event. Without further ado, let's head inside. Wow, what a special event to be a part of. Tell me a little bit about the planning that went into this amazing celebration tonight.
We're doing in the Carmen set, the opera Carmen, which is, you know the whole story, everybody knows. So we kind of go with the common color, common theme, and we pick even your gong is kind of that color. So we go with a lot of color that's in the opera Carmen.
You know, thinking about, well, it's Carmen, it's passion, what are the colors of passion?
Yes.
And then also, you know, Carmen is based in Seville in the south of Spain, and that has a lot of Moorish influence. So that's why you're going to see a lot of Moorish touches around, like waterfalls, Moorish arches, the beautiful lanterns on the stage. Mm-hmm. So we're really trying to kind of conjure up that feeling to transport people into the south of Spain at that time, and all the passion that surrounds Carmen and the love triangle.
Love it. We are taking a trip to the south of Spain on the stage of San Francisco Opera. What a treat. Well, congratulations this evening. I am so looking forward to enjoying it with you all. Throughout your remarkable career, you have shown such passion for the arts and support for art organizations here in San Francisco and across the nation. Where did this love for the arts originate?
Well, in some ways it's in the DNA. I will talk this evening about the first time I went to the opera as a little girl in grade school, to the Metropolitan Opera in New York. Our parents instilled us with a love of the arts, the symphony, the opera especially, and now, of course, in San Francisco, the ballet. But not just the imperial arts, all of us. I was playing the piano for 9 years. My brother was playing the trumpet. They didn't come to much, but nonetheless, we had an appreciation.
That's so important. And having an appreciation for the arts at a young age, this is what we're all talking about tonight, is music education and how that empowers students to learn more about the arts and become accustomed to it, right?
Well, that's really important, but I can say from my own experience working with parents across the country, parents call out for arts to be in the schools. They said, of course, it is something that enriches the lives of their children, but it also gives them confidence. Mm-hmm. If they succeed in the arts, it gives them confidence to go on to other things in their academic work, and they enjoy it, and they're part of something. It's a sense of, the arts are a sense of community. San Francisco Opera is special because it's entrepreneurial. It takes risks. It goes beyond the classics, as important as they are, valuing them, but even interpreting them differently, and then taking new themes and new writing, and also just about the excellence, the discipline, the creativity, all of it, the expression. And the arts are an expression of freedom.
Well, we are so excited to acknowledge you tonight and for all of your remarkable contributions and support for the arts. What does this recognition mean to you?
It's pretty exciting. I'm particularly happy to have this recognition with Paul, because Paul will tell his own story about growing up in the arts, and really, quite frankly, it's been a lifesaver for our marriage, because he has been the symphony, the opera, the ballet, constantly while I'm still in Washington, D.C., fighting for the arts. He's enjoying them. But he has just an appetite for them. This recognition is something that is emotional for me, because it does mean a great deal for what the arts are, what they are to us as individuals, what they are to a community, what they are to our country. And I will quote President Kennedy, who talks about the arts and saying they're not incidental to our country. They're at the core of who we are. To those who work within the arts organizations, I say thank you. I always say that what gives me hope are the arts, because it's a place where no matter what your disagreements are, you come together, you laugh together, you cry together, you're inspired together, you forget your differences even for a moment, but you find common ground. I said this last night in a speech about, they ask what gives you hope, and I say it all the time. It's the arts from the start, from the beginning of our country.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much, Nancy. It's a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It is with the greatest honor that we are gathered here tonight to recognize Speaker and Paul Pelosi and give gratitude for all they do to keep stages like this one places where we can celebrate the soaring possibilities of the human spirit.
Together, their support has been crucial in ensuring that the arts continue to thrive in San Francisco. And San Francisco Opera Guild is honored to present the Crescendo Award to Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi.
Courtney, thank you for this award, which Paul and I will treasure, brag about, and the rest. The arts really bring us together. So many of us in this room may have different views on many subjects, but what we have in common is that when we see the opera, hear the music, or any painting or play, or any artistic presentation, we laugh together, we cry together, we're inspired together, we find common ground. And that is what gives us hope. Now more than ever, we need that hope that the arts do give us for bringing us together in that way. When they sang America the Beautiful, my special is the fourth verse. Oh, beautiful for patriot dreams that see beyond the years. We really need that right now, don't we? But this part is what I love. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. Isn't that San Francisco? This alabaster city, just always, always hopeful. So San Francisco Opera, San Francisco Opera Guild, all very beautiful. And crescendo, meaning much more to come. Paul Pelosi.
There's been a lot of studies done, especially now in the last several years, about the impact of music on the brain. The impact that music gets into more parts of the brain than anything else. And there are studies that show that the impact of music on people coming out of a stroke, that then they can speak more quickly, recover better. It's an amazing thing. It just speaks to the importance of music and what it does for us. And as Nancy off says and has said again tonight, music is the thing that brings us together, and that is our hope for the future. We needed to be objective and hopeful for what happens next. Thank you all for being here, supporting the arts, and we are truly honored to receive this. Thank you.
music education has been woven in and out of the fabric of the mission of San Francisco Opera and the legacy that we have here in the Bay Area. For you, what are some programs or initiatives within the Guild that you're most passionate about?
We're so fortunate that the Guild does education around the Bay Area, and it's amazing what they've done for a very long time. One of my favorites is, I think it's called Sing a Story, where they go into classrooms and they get the kids, like an actual vocalist, an opera singer goes in and teaches them to sing, and then they learn a story or an opera, which is just a story, and then they kind of put all that together. I think when they're in a bigger group, they actually perform it a little bit and have some costumes and things. So I don't know, I think that's a really fun one, but to me, the education part is so important. Like, I'm so involved in art today because I experienced it first in school. So I think it's everybody's first touch. So you never know where a great opera singer is going to come from. Might be one of these, a great donor, a great patron, any of the above. So it's amazing that they do this.
Nancy Pelosi, Paul Pelosi, they have been such amazing supporters of San Francisco Opera. How have their contributions and passion for the arts helped impact the mission of San Francisco Opera and the organization?
Well, I think it's really at a number of different levels. I mean, first of all, they are longtime supporters just as attendees. They've been subscribers for many years. They love coming here. They sit in the orchestral level, and you just know that this is an important part of their life. And then in terms of the buildings we operate in, this beautiful campus here on the War Memorial, Paul Pelosi is a huge part of that as one of the trustees. And then you zoom out to the national level, and what the speaker has done for the arts is just unparalleled. But she has time after time after time said the arts matter, we must fight for the arts, we must champion the arts, and she has ensured that the federal government has maintained a role in the arts, which is so important.
Here we are on this stage. I'm seeing glimpses of Carmen. I'm seeing some props. It's so beautiful. Why do you think Carmen has been such a fan favorite, both here in the Bay Area, because we've done it a few times here at the company, but also around the world?
I think it is just raw human emotion. It is just kind of unabashed emotional intensity between the characters. And I think with this particular production, we're seeing that at such a heightened level. Our stars, Eve Bordubo and Jonathan Tatelman, the intensity that they are bringing to this stage, it's almost scary. And you're watching it and you're just like, oh my goodness, this is real, this is real. But I think it's, opera takes emotion and human relationships to the extreme. And it shows us these extreme versions of relationships that we can then find ourselves in. We may not have quite the extreme situation on stage, but we find our own version of it. And I think a piece like Carmen or La Boheme, these pieces, these classics, they just allow us to do that in a really amazing level. And it's just a wonderful space in which these emotions can happen, these big red walls, so you feel all of the light and the energy of Spain, the emotion of Spain, and then the walls just move with each act, and so they create these different frameworks, different spaces. Of course, we have a big horse as well. Let's not forget Drogan the horse.
Oh, I saw the horse. It's a huge horse.
It's a huge horse.
Wow.
And very placid.
Very,
yes. And it originally the production had chickens.
Yes.
No chickens anymore.
No chickens, just the horse.
Just the horse. The horse works.
Well, it's beautiful. Congratulations on this season.
Thank you so much, Kari.
I admire San Francisco Opera for all the incredible production that they do, and also great singer, and is managed beautifully for so many years, and so I am very happy to be involved and to help. There was a review on the paper today. Carmen is a big success and is sold out, so I am extremely happy. I want for the opera in the whole world, to do well, and especially San Francisco Opera.
What has really inspired you to continuously give towards the opera and the Guild? What do you love most about that?
I think the most important thing is culture. No civilization has ever survived without culture, and I think we're perilously close. Nancy and I were doing a thing at the museum, a Veterans Day and 100th anniversary of the Legion of Honor. And I said at the time, when you go to a museum, you leave a different person because you've experienced something, learned something hopefully, and you've been at peace. It's just you and something beautiful.
Well, I think the opera is at the top of their game right now, and the ballet and the symphony too.
I agree.
and they're all selling out.
This is the 11th evening on the stage, and it has become the event of the fall that everybody looks forward to. It's just so much fun. It is so special to have dinner on the stage of this grand opera house. This year, we're so thrilled to be able to honor Speaker Pelosi and her husband, Paul Pelosi. They have been incredible supporters of the arts, of San Francisco Opera, and of the Guild for many, many years.
There's so many amazing men and women on our board, all sharing a common love of music and education. So we just implemented a new program where we have 2 social chairs, and they're already brainstorming all kinds of really fun monthly activities for our directors to do to keep everybody engaged and happy.
I think there's so many ways into the opera. Like they have so many great ideas. Like tomorrow night I'm coming to Carmen, of course. Oh, okay. See you there. And there's a talk before the opera to get people to inform people. And then on Thursday night I'll be back here for the Carmen party, the encounter. So I think there's so many. The San Francisco Opera is so clever and thoughtful about how do we meet people where they are and have different experiences for all levels of opera aficionados. Yeah, so
He's involved. I think they curate opportunities for interested people like us, and we encourage so many others to get involved. So thank you.
First of all, being on this actual stage where so many incredible historical performances have occurred over 100 years with opera and ballet and so much more. So to actually physically be on this stage is so special. And for San Francisco Opera Guild, for have done it, this is the 11th year. So we've been celebrating this occasion, this event, for about 11 years, which is really special.
Wow, what an incredible performance tonight.
Thank you.
What was it like singing in front of this group with Speaker Emerita, Nancy Pelosi, Paul Pelosi, Matthew Shilvock? How did you feel about tonight's evening?
I mean, it's all very surreal.
Yeah.
The last time I was here was actually doing this event. This is the last event I did for the opera company last year. And to be back for the first time since then to do this event was also an awesome experience. But to sing for Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi, as well as Matthew Shilvock, was incredible. I mean, it's an incredible experience. And seeing her smile when you're singing a high note, you can really tell she appreciates what you're doing. And then I didn't know that she was a huge fan of opera, So now, thinking back, I'm like, wow, she really enjoyed that. It's great.
When they reached out to me, I thought, how can I really make this a special and memorable evening? And so I wanted to honor the Italian heritage. So we did a lot of Italian opera. And I wanted to do something special, a song that Miss Nancy Pelosi and Mr. Paul Pelosi would love. I did a little research. Turns out America the Beautiful was the winner.
Ronny, I've watched you blossom over the past few years, and it's so special to see you perform tonight. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you so much.
It's really just a privilege to get to sing for Madam Speaker and so many other incredible people that are just pillars in our opera community. It's amazing to me the way that opera brings people from every different walk of life together, and to be able to share in some beauty tonight is just really, it's humbling, honestly.
Well, that's a wrap on this year's An Evening on Stage event. I don't know about you, but after experiencing tonight's festivities, I'm even more inspired by San Francisco Opera Guild's dedication to providing music education opportunities for students across the Bay Area, and it's been truly enlightening to hear how their work has impacted so many. It's been an absolute privilege to share this experience with you all tonight, and I hope you enjoyed this special glimpse into such a memorable evening. If you'd like to learn more about how you can get involved or support San Francisco Opera Guild's programs, be sure to check out the link below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.